were just dying left, right, and center.
As a nurse, I understood my role as a barrier.
ये जो काम है हम इंसानियत के लिए काम कर रहे हैं, पर हमें बीमारी नहीं देखना, हमें उनकी हेल्प करना है। हमने उनकी गंदगी साफ करे है, हर चीज़ काम करे, कचरा जो है उनकी वोमिट वगैरह।
I don't think it actually hit me how disastrous and unprecedented this thing was going to be until I came in contact with a patient who was positive and I wasn't wearing adequate gear to protect myself.
Where we extubated a patient and we just celebrated like crazy. Pure mayhem. Our hospital, our very sober, simple hospital, was being converted into some sort of cantonment areas. Areas were being demarcated for COVID isolation. Areas were being demarcated for COVID ICU, and then it completely shook us. It ambushed us, and there were new guidelines that were being formulated day and again. It was a new disease. There was no treatment that we could apply. We were told that you have to wear PPE kits, and honestly, wearing a PPE kit was like walking in a coffin. It scared us. It definitely scared us. Our families were scared for us, and people, they were clapping for us, cheering for us. They were like, "Aage badho mere jawan, you are our healthcare heroes." So that definitely gave us an initial push.
In those PPEs for six long hours, where every dressing would take almost 30 minutes. This added to the dehydration. We did not eat food for 6 to 8 long hours and we were totally exhausted, but we had no options of changing the PPE kit, but you could not use the washroom simply because we were facing a severe shortage of PPE kits.
The pandemic came to us as an absolute shock. Our daily activities had completely changed. I came in contact with a patient who was positive and I wasn't wearing adequate gear to protect myself. I was quarantined for a duration of 5 days in a room all alone, and it was on my very own birthday. I think that made me realize the gravity of the situation.
There was a state of shock, and actually there was a state of confusion and chaos also, as no one was actually well prepared how to handle the pandemic. But then again, we had a feeling to serve the country.
I think I was the most frustrated at points where I could not just ventilate a patient, despite putting him on ventilator. So you think of chest as something as soft as cotton candy. You push air in and the cotton candy fluffs up. But COVID patients' chests are something like bricks. You're trying to force air in, but those bricks, they just won't inflate. So it was frustrating as hell, and there were times, when I cried over the phone, sharing it with my friends, with my family. They kind of, held me over this period of raging sickness and grief and pain around me. People were just dying left, right, and center, and there was nothing that we could do except just provide supportive care.
At that time, the burial of the COVID-19 patients, that was very much difficult. The relatives were not in a state to touch the patient's dead body and all. When the relatives had abandoned their loved ones, there was a group which stood up to take up the last rites and to perform the last rites of the patients. And then we provided the necessary training to that group, how to wear the PPE kits, how to prevent from the infection and all. And to being part of such a social initiative in which we were giving the proper respectable burial to the bereaved ones, that was actually a sense of inner peace to us.
I know of people who have not met their child of 5 years for a period of 1 year. They have not held their child close to their chest, and they were dying to meet their little kids and little their families. It has been tough.
Witnessing daily death and feeling of helplessness are always on the ground in my profession. Even more, not to mention physical hardship, it hurts our mental status too, even you are a very cheerful person.
this one memorable patient with us. She was with us for a long haul. Initially, she got admitted in our ICU with symptoms of COVID. She got better after a month or so and was sent home. She came back to us a week later with the symptoms of long COVID. We again put her on non-invasive ventilation. So she used to write little chits, little notes to us, to me and to other junior doctors with me, stating that we shouldn't have saved her. We shouldn't have put her on ventilator this time again. We could feel her angst, we could feel her grief, we could feel her pain. We were providing her all the support that we could. We were doing everything we could for that patient, but ultimately, after 3 months of stay with us, she couldn't survive.
I've almost treated more than 200 to 250 COVID patients, and that's what I take pride in. This patient was called Aruna. She had tested COVID positive almost 6 times, and the 7th time when she tested negative, when I had taken a swab, she literally hugged me, obviously with a PPE on, and she blessed me like her own kid.
There was this young guy who was wearing a Superman t-shirt who came to us with fever, cough and breathlessness, and he was eventually diagnosed with COVID-19 infection. He was not able to breathe. We had to put him on non-invasive ventilation wherein a machine had to help him breathe. This Superman was out of breath. We had to do everything for him, right from taking care of the therapeutics part to, pulling trolleys and stretchers, making sure his x-rays and CTs were done, to changing diapers, emptying the urine pots, and just talking to the patient. This guy eventually did recover very well and he went home happily. And holding this Superman's hand throughout his recovery was something I'll always remember.
Within 3 months of my COVID days, I was infected with COVID. And that's when it took a major turn. I believe I was young, I would recover very fast. But honestly, that was not the case. I was admitted for 7 to 10 long days in the hospital with severe lung involvement. For doctors, it was different that we had to go back in the same workplace, dealing with the same patients and same workload, and still accepting the fact that you can probably get infected again. But now I'm here fighting with all my antibodies against COVID.
I guess in the month of June or July, we had got the first patient who was actually a case of delivery when a pregnant mother was COVID positive. And actually she gave birth to twins. The smiling faces of the young neonates, that is actually something I can't miss in my entire life.
Heart sank when we couldn't able to revive our patient. Yet, we choose to remain strong and hopeful. It's because of only a good colleagues and a good nursing team.
We had our lighter moments as well. Like for instance, we all of us have a video or two dancing in PPE kits, wearing PPE kits, celebrating birthday all alone in isolation. That was funny too. Like I'm cutting a cake, trapped in a room in isolation. My friends and family are with me on video call, and I'm just sitting there like I have to eat the whole cake by myself all day. So it was funny and sad at the same time, but yeah, it was funny.